Innovation pays off.
Namaskar, I am Dr. Mrs. Neeru Joshi, Principal BVPS, Modinagar, Ghaziabad, Director, Surya Academy, Hapur. CBSE resource person, moderator for many webinars, many seminars, conferences, global speaker, President, Modinagar, Muradnagar, Sahodaya, CBSE, President, District, Ghaziabad, for Private School and Children Welfare Association. So today my session for this webinar is multicultural education. As we are into the field and we have seen so many changes, the paradigm shift in education from the time of Gurukul and today when we are there and taking webinars through Zoom apps, through YouTube channels. Teachers, they have been taking classes sitting home. Every home these days is a learning classroom. So credit goes to technology of India and of the world. So let's come to the topic that multicultural education. What is this? What is this? Multicultural education means that creating the kind of strategies and pedagogies to assist teachers so they resolve, they counter problems related to issues that created by social mobility, because we have seen the change in the demographic of students in school, and because of this even the CBSE and Government of India feel a need to implement multicultural education in schools and colleges. And yes, it is the dire need of today's society. You just see that India is a vast country. It is a vast canvas, beautiful canvas, portraying the unique assimilation of ethnic groups and displaying beauty of diversified cultures, groups, religions that is there in country, India, Hindustan, and that is the beauty. And because of that only, multicultural education, that is very important, because you just see in school when student they are coming from, what is school? School is the miniature of sub-society of India, of the country, right? In school, student they are coming from different families, different social background, social categories, different religion and cultures. Right? The kind of education we will give today in the school, the teacher will address the problem related to culture, then I think that student will feel comfortable, will take that that satisfaction home, and automatically the home environment would be changed, and even we are going to create culture in homes also. This is the multicultural education, to give pride to each and every child coming from different cultures in the society, to make them feel comfortable. And I think it is the responsibility of a teacher to keep the interests and the life history of that student at center, and then create pedagogy that is to address multiple thinking of that child. And imagine that child will acquire skill, will acquire competence, will acquire tolerance with individual coming from different cultures and groups, and automatically the dream to make the moral and civic community is about to be served. I know that it is a big challenge when we speak about multicultural education in Indian schools, my God. So this term we have seen in many conferences is yet not addressed properly. Even sometimes we just feel very complex that are we able to address the need of every child coming from different denomination well in the school or in the classroom. So it is a big question, and I think that the proper training sessions must be given to teacher, and keeping this thing in mind, even the NCF 2005, that is National Curriculum Framework. So it is said that the importance to culture in education, in curriculum was given. That was a great achievement. If we speak about that too, the implementation of MCE in schools. And you have seen that, yes, that was taken to address the shortcomings in the education system, so that we just view everything by historically analyzing, and that too in the current situation we can just give the clear picture. And yes, we have seen the vast changes. And even 1986, when National Policy on Education was framed, so it was decided that every book is to be, the good books rather, to be translated into multi-languages. Why this decision was taken to launch substantially to translate books in multi-language? So that book is readable by all groups and culture and ethnic groups in India. And this is only the purpose, isn't it? And therefore multilingual dictionary that was also, was brought into the glance. So the practice of this, that NCE was there right from beginning, and I personally feel as a human being that if a child is comfortable at school level, that child is going to create a wonderful family environment. That one family is about to create a good society, and then good community, then good nation, and that bacha is about to be fit well at global level. So this is what we just need to see, and the problem is about to be addressed. But still, yes, again we would come, because the MCE is there based on democratic value, and that is an interdependent world, and it is grounded in the social justice. If we see that, yes, social justice is there and education equality is there, because it is only the purpose to promote equality and harmony, and that is there in the Constitution of India. It is already said in the Constitution of India, isn't it? When we speak about justice, that is political, social, economic. When we speak about freedom, that is there in expression, belief, faith, worship. Equality for status and opportunity. And we speak about fraternity, and even that the individual dignity and nation's integrity, unity and integrity, and it becomes fundamental responsibility as a principal teachers that we need to promote that very spirit of brotherhood among all citizens to make country a real proud nation. Every child must feel comfortable that yes, we are in the school, because we cannot make education the superficial education. We are shouldered upon the lot of responsibilities. And we need to address each and every problem, and we are able to do that when a student coming from Kerala and adjust in UP school, for instance, or in Delhi school. So the teacher has to put that philosophy and the view to clarify the key content. So the bacha, the child can feel the reality, even the place and time sitting there in the classroom, and just feel the perspective of real education and the world. That is actually to develop the competence. The child, the student must develop the cultural competency in himself or herself. So that is indeed very important. And even when NCF said in CBSE, I mean, a very important thing that was brought in the notice of all, that child is rather not aware about the strength of his own culture and cultural background, not aware of the strength of the culture of the friends and acquaintances. What can we talk about at international level? So first of all, we have to bring that cultural heritage in the classroom, and therefore the CBSE started with CBSE Heritage Quiz, and even the incorporation of the art and culture in education in curriculum. But everything should remain as it is if the principal and teachers, they are not taking the responsibility on a serious note that yes, they are the quick learners, they have to adapt according to the changes, and they have to make every child feel comfortable, because it is the right of every child to have quality education from a teacher in the school. We all are working very hard to make India prosperous and develop the country, and it cannot be done impossible without the support of each and every one in the country. But we have to have very clear vision on this, and therefore the multicultural in education is very important, and therefore all schools, because we cannot add every culture, ritual, tradition in the curriculum. It is very, very tough. Over 2,000 ethnic groups are there. A lot of cultures, rituals, celebrations are there. It is next to impossible to add everything in the curriculum. But the major cultural, ritual, tradition, yes, the schools, they need to celebrate so that students, they be aware of their own tradition. And this is how they will come to know about this, and they are going to give to the coming generations. If they are not aware themselves, how we can expect them to nurture the coming generation with the kind of heritage and inheritance they do have in them. So it is a wonderful initiative. And we always say that yes, the teachers are the nation builders, and without their 100% responsive and alert and quick reward, nothing is possible. Of course, when we talk about deliverance of education, government, they do make the policies at national level, that too for the prosperity of nation. And even when we teach the child that the action of the country cannot be viewed only that what are implication of this on our own country, rather we have to see that what is the effect on other countries when we speak about the world, right? So it is also important that we make our children understand the globalized concept of a thing. We have to take into consideration the example, and we know that the ethnic groups rather in the country, when we talk about, and the cultural groups in India, they all contributed a lot to make the heritage the precious one, and giving knowledge, understanding, and many innovation inventions being done even at the local level. But yes, how the student of India, they will come to know when it will be taught in the classroom. Therefore, a teacher, before teaching any concept, should not come in class offhand. They must connect that particular topic at all level, that you are there, that why it is done, and when it was done, what is the shortcoming, what it is meant for, and how we are going to connect with the life. So this is actually the real education. We cannot shrug off the responsibility only by teaching, by coming in the class, by delivering the lecture, and that's it. Proper debate must be there, group discussion must be there, and as I said, promote brotherhood and respect for all cultures. That is very, very, very indispensable, very important. So we have to take care of that. So content, very important, that what kind of content we are teaching, and how we are addressing the views by putting our philosophy into that content, right? And prejudice reduction is very important. We have to just take care about the social justice, right? That every child must feel comfortable and go home satisfactorily, right? And of course, automatically the sound cultural environment in the society would be generated, and such things are there to make our students the proud citizens of the nation, and the purpose is about to be served with this. So it is the never-ending kind of this, and therefore in the school all events are celebrated, and even the folk dances, even different dishes, the state-wise, what kind of dishes, the popular dishes are there, even dresses, so the kind of this traditions, the parampara, we can have the programs based on that, annual function based on that. So this is how we can just make our culture alive there. And even the education exchange programs are there, and even at international level, when the team from Japan used to come here, Indian delegation, the student delegation used to come in the foreign country. Why this kind of cultural exchange program? So that we just come to know that what kind of education system is there, and you also see that what is the environment when it comes to give education to our children, what is there. So this is how it is, the life is actually do it in our project. So we have to learn, we have to remain alert, we have to be receptive all the time, because every now and then the new innovations are being done, and we have to be ready, abreast with the content all the time, and just try to give our student that yes, we are giving them knowledge. It should not be superficial. We are teachers and we are bound to teach them. So this is all about when we speak about multicultural, that is to address diversified groups, culture, languages in the country, and then we just speak about at global level, as I said, in terms of globally that education exchange programs, and even the culture, how greetings even in the different cultures are there when we wish good morning or namaskar. So how in different culture the greetings are to be there. So and even the multilingual dictionary, as I said, that should be there even in the school, so that the problem related to this would be addressed, and child should feel competent enough to address all problems running in the society. So I am blessed to be part of this webinar, that I'm there in front of you and speaking about that, how multicultural education in India is successful, what kind of the challenges, how teachers, they need to be a forefronter to learn new things. We have to be ready with the connectivity, with connecting everything lively in India and at a world level. We have to see that we cannot confine only in the four walls. We have to think beyond the classroom, and this is multicultural education. And this is only the dream of the educator, reformers and researchers. And we hope that yes, as it is the need of the hour, we are about to just, plethora of cultural extravaganza. We are here to meet you again with the next topic in webinar. Dr. Neeru Joshi, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.